Welcome in, wrestling fans. If you love watching grown sweaty men or grown sweaty women throw each other around in the ring as much as I do, hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of our daily sports content. Monday Night Raw at this point, I feel like, is all a lead up to January 5th. I feel like the matches aren't hitting as good as they should. They're getting a little repetitive. If I have to watch Roxanne Perez go against Bayley one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. I feel like that happened last week, and we saw it again this week. We're seeing too much Nikki Bella. Like, everything is leading to January 5th, which I think is going to be a bigger event than just the Monday Night Raw. It is the anniversary of Raw on Netflix. I feel like it's going to be a mini PLE. I feel like it's going to be better than the Saturday night main events we've seen. I feel like it's going to be better than WrestlePalooza. Dear Lord, I thought WrestlePalooza was horrible. That being said, this is my first year watching WWE. I started during SummerSlam, so it's been pretty good up until this point. I'm starting to see some repetitiveness, though. And on Monday Night Raw, we will recap everything that went down. I want to start with the hate for Gunther is absolutely amazing. You know how they do the little entrances at the beginning of every Monday Night Raw? You have everyone walking in. You get some applause. You get some boos. You get a little mixture. And then they pan the camera to Gunther, and it's just absolute hate across the board for making John Cena tap, which was, I mean, I think this is the perfect opportunity. I don't know why they're not really giving him any matches. They do kind of start to build towards the end with him and CM Punk maybe, or him and AJ Styles. I get the vision of what they're doing with them. I just don't know what point they're going to lead to. I don't know what direction they're going to take, but I feel like they need to get him in the ring with someone soon, or he's going to kind of lose his aura. And after putting him over for the second time, we don't need that to happen. We get our first Paul Heyman in the Masked Man appearance, as it is Austin Theory saying that he wants to be in with the Vision, but I think there is something more behind what Austin Theory wants. I don't know if he's really here to help the Vision. A lot of speculation going around, and I absolutely love it if this would happen, is that Austin Theory is actually being led by Seth Rollins, and it is going to turn on them when they need it to. Like, I don't know if it'll be January 5th if Austin Theory would really come out and ruin Braun Breaker's chance at getting the title. But I do think something will happen down the line, and we are going to find out Austin Theory really is a plant for Seth Rollins to get his revenge on how the Vision turned on him. So I feel like there's a lot of directions they can go. I feel like Austin Theory's just trying too hard to be a heel. Now, I'm not familiar with Austin Theory. As I said, I've just started watching wrestling recently. So Austin Theory is a new character to me. I don't know if he needs to develop better on the mic. I don't know what needs to happen. It just doesn't feel like he is a true heel to me, and I feel like there are definitely background implications happening right now. We head on to our first match where we get Asuka and Rhea Ripley, and the announcement desk decides to say that Asuka is 0-8 against Rhea Ripley in solo matches. The moment I heard that, I knew what was happening tonight. Fun fact, 0-8. Am I the only one who feels this feud is getting kind of dragged out? Like, I feel like we've seen Asuka and we've seen Rhea and we've seen Io Sky and we've seen Kairi Sane for the past 3-4 months now, just beefing. I feel like the storyline's getting a little played out. I feel like that with Io Sky coming out and costing Rhea Ripley, it's just eventually, are we going to get to the point? Are we going to get to the main point where they're going to have their match? Are we going to see them? I think January 5th is going to be the date, and I don't know where they're going to go from there. Someone's going to have to break up, right? Or we're just going to keep getting the same feud with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky and the Kabuki Warriors over and over and over and over again. It does end up, Io Sky comes out to save Rhea Ripley, and she actually ends up costing, hits her back. Rhea Ripley goes to check on her, and then Asuka pins her. So, like I said earlier, when they said Asuka was 0-8 in solos against Rhea Ripley, I knew this night was cooked. Rhea Ripley was losing this, which she does in the end. We need this feud to end. I don't want to see this keep going on. I want to see either the Kabuki Warriors move on to a new feud, or I want to see Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, Rio, get the title and move on to bigger and better things. Next, we get Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker having a discussion about Austin Theory wanting to be part of the Vision. You can sell Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker really aren't into it. And Paul Heyman says, hey, look, when have I been wrong? You came to me and you beat Roman Reigns in Australia. You came to me and now you're fighting for a title on January 5th. I trust Austin Theory, but what we're going to do is we're going to put him and Bronson Reed in there against CM Punk, against Rey Mysterio. And we're going to see where he really stands, because either they're going to take him out or we're going to take him out. So we get announced that we are going to get Bronson Reed and Austin Theory against CM Punk, against Rey Mysterio in what will be a banger final match for this Monday Night Raw. Then we get a Becky Lynch signing. They do kind of show Maxxine Dupri walking through the halls like she's going to come out and give a speech. But then the man's music hits. Becky Lynch comes out. She's calling out Maxxine Dupri. And it's something I didn't think was going to happen. Maxxine Dupri actually comes out and confronts Becky Lynch. Her character development has been amazing, because she kind of went from this, I feel like, this kind of soft-spoken, like not really there yet person, to where she's going to come out now and she's going to confront you and she's going to let you know what it is. Maxxine Dupri comes out and tells her, I didn't beat you not once. What? Twice. What? 3 times. And I've made you top, Becky Lynch. So who's the real champion? I thought they were going to set a match for January 5th, but Becky Lynch attacks Maxxine Dupri, brutalizing her on the ground, beating her up, acts like she's going to leave the ring, gets back in and starts doing it again, to where Maxxine Dupri puts her in a leg lock and makes her tap in the middle of the ring, solidifying her technical 4th victory over Becky Lynch. I think they are trying to build up Maxxine Dupri to be an absolute dog with the title, and I cannot wait to see her and Becky Lynch in the ring one more time. I do want to say they did end up making this match official January 5th. I'm telling y'all, January 5th is going to be like a mini PLE. Better than WrestlePalooza, better than the Saturday night main events we've seen. I think it's going to be absolutely insane. We then go on, we get an announcement of a triple threat match for the 5th between Vancouver, Bella, and Rodriguez. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I either want Stephanie Vancouver to lose this title, really don't want to lose it to Nikki Bella. I feel like Nikki Bella's really just done everything. I guess you could give it to Nikki Bella and just completely move on from Stephanie. What I'm saying, I'm tired of seeing Vancouver and Nikki Bella. It would be cool if you give it to Rodriguez, because they're kind of making a feud between, the Judgment Day. It looks like that all the girls in that group are just kind of breaking apart. And you could eventually see Liv Morgan and maybe Raquel Rodriguez for the heavyweight, or for whatever they call the women's title, for the main women's title. Maybe they build something between Vancouver and Liv Morgan. Maybe they build something between Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Like, I feel like that group is breaking up, and I feel like there are just so many more venues you can go with Rodriguez than you can maybe a Nikki Bella, than you can maybe a Stephanie Vancouver. I feel like Stephanie Vancouver needs to kind of step back, work on her character, and develop her story a little bit more. Nikki Bella really just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, I feel like we need to just move on out of Nikki Bella out of the spotlight. We get the Usos versus AJ and Dragon Lee announcement for January 5th. And I've been very vocal on what I think is going to happen when the Usos and AJ Styles and Dragon Lee meet. But I feel like it is too soon. I don't feel like the match is too soon. I feel like it's too soon for what I was assuming was going to happen to actually happen. Y'all know I've been saying for months, I think Jey Uso is going to turn heel. I don't know how long they're actually going to be able to stay a duo, especially when Jimmy's child is born. I don't know how long he's going to be out, if he's going to take an extended break, and that's really just going to put Jey back where he was. I have said the whole time, I feel like when the Usos get to AJ and Dragon Lee, they're going to go out there, they're going to lose a close match, and it's going to end up on Jey just with so many losses on his shoulders, turning heel against Jimmy. I just don't know if they're going to do that January 5th that soon. So now I'm assuming they're going to probably beat AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, which AJ Styles looked like he's kind of building a feud with Gunther. So it looks like he might go solo again. And you're going to have the Usos with their reign for a little bit. They might lose finally to the New Day. I don't know if that's something they would be willing to do. You go out there, you lose your titles again, and like I said, just so tired of losing and losing and losing. You turn on Jimmy, You turn on everyone, and Jay turns heel. That's my. I'm still sticking to Jay is turning heel. Now I don't know what that's going to do to the factor of how his crowd reaction is, because he just gets the best crowd reaction in the game walking down. The whole thing. I don't know if they're going to still be able to do that. Typically heels are not liked by the crowd. They really don't interact well with the crowd. So we'll see how that goes from there. I do still think Jey Uso is turning heel. That boy is bouncy. I am so happy Javon Evans is on the main stage looking to get a spot on the main roster. He is a free agent. I want him on Monday Night Raw. I do love SmackDown. I watch SmackDown too. I actually didn't get to watch it this week, and I'm so upset I didn't get to, because I missed the MFTs, whatever they're called, Solo Sikoa's group going against the Wyatt Six. I've been wanting to see that so bad. I need to go back and watch it. I feel like they really have a really solid up-and-coming high flyer, and I want to say Carmelo Hayes. I really like his style of wrestling. I feel like Raw really needs a guy like Javon Evans, who is a massive crowd favorite, to come out. Every time he was doing something crazy, the reactions from the crowd were amazing. Javon Evans goes out here and goes against Rayo Americana. He does beat him, landing a crazy, OG cutter, and then he escapes out the back before getting jumped by all the Americana people, whatever they're called. Anyways, goes out there, beats Rayo Americana. I just think Javon Evans would do. I feel like there is more potential for feuds for him on SmackDown, but I really feel like Raw needs a guy like this, and I feel like we can build, I don't know, maybe my favorite would be Javon, here, 2026, y'all ready? Javon Evans against Dom Mysterio. I feel like that's something we can build up to, and I feel like that would be an absolute insane match, especially if he really just goes through here and runs through the Americanas. Then maybe he has a little feud. Maybe him and Leon Slater, maybe Raw signs Leon Slater too. They get those two together. They have them teaming against the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and whatever, I forget the other guy's name. They have them teaming against them. They beat them. And eventually we get a solo match against Javon Evans and Dom Mysterio. I think that'd be an absolute W. Next, we get Nikki Bella. And I got to give Nikki Bella her round of applause for this, because calling out the Detroit Lions fan base, because boy, that fan base is full of crybabies. You love to hear it. Oh, and she tells the Detroit Lions, maybe you could be good like the Eagles one day. Kind of, there's been in the news lately, her and Cooper DeJean of the Philadelphia Eagles together, maybe not together. Cooper DeJean goes out there and does a John Cena "You Can't See Me" celebration after his pick six. Don't know if that's shade. Don't know if that's homage. Maybe they're just not even together at all. Maybe that's just a fun little thing. And I was like, maybe Nikki Bella is just from Philly. She's from San Diego. So something is going on with her and Cooper DeJean. I don't care what anyone says. Cool little homage from Cooper DeJean. Hilarious what Nikki Bella did, going out there and calling out the Detroit Lions. Love to see it. We get Bayley and Roxanne Perez at it again. I feel like they did that last week, or was it Roxanne Perez against Lyra, whatever her name is, Lyra Valkyria? I don't know. Anyways, Roxanne goes out there and goes absolutely insane. It's clear she's winning the match. She takes the turnbuckle off the thing while she is impaired, and Bayley runs into it. She goes to pin her, but you got Liv Morgan. Raquel Rodriguez comes out to help, and then the ref, really, while Roxanne Perez has Bayley pinned on the ground, not getting the count, because the judge is over there worrying about Liv Morgan, worrying about Roxanne Perez, or Raquel Rodriguez. Liv Morgan pulls Raquel Rodriguez down, like, look, she needs to go tap her out, calling a little feud between them. And then it ends up that Bayley, I think, gets back up. Roxanne hits her with something. She's about to hit her on the, I want to say, the ropes. And then something happens. Lyra slaps Bayley. Bayley goes absolutely insane and beats Roxanne to a pulp, pinning her, having Bayley and Lyra win the match. Now, we get in the back and you see a feud brewing between Roxanne, between Liv Morgan, between Raquel Rodriguez, signaling this group is going to break up. I don't know if Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez are going to stay their little tag team duo right now. I don't know if this is going to have Raquel Rodriguez go win the title and build something between her and Liv Morgan. I don't know if Roxanne Perez is going to lose the title and just keep building her solo career. This group is breaking up. So from the women's point of view, or I don't know if like Liv and Raquel or Liv and Roxanne are gonna break. There's a lot going on. Raquel Rodriguez is leading this group. So that's the bottom line right here. Next, we have Gunther comes out, and it is a beautiful crowd reaction. Again, unanimous hate, and he does his whole thing. He walks around, really brings in all the hate, goes and stands on the table, just people booing left and right, calling him names, screaming. And then they do a really good transition to this. CM Punk comes out, and I believe before Gunther went out, I think with a nose injury, something like that, before he came back and went on his run for the tournament, you had CM Punk beating Gunther for the title. That's when Seth Rollins cashes in at SummerSlam. So really, CM Punk, I believe, is the last loss that Gunther took. So they do their little face-off in the ring, which I think could build to something eventually. And then you have Rey Mysterio come out, meet Gunther halfway through, and it's just the roster hates him. The crowd hates him. So it's going to be interesting to see imagine they do a heel turn. A heel turn from Gunther could be crazy. What would the heel turn from Gunther would be on par with the heel turn from like Darth Vader or like Kylo Ren, something crazy like that. It just turns babyface, would be insanity. Anyways, Rey Mysterio comes out. They're getting ready for their match between Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Or not Braun Breaker. They're getting ready for their match between Bronson Reed and the masked man, Austin Theory. And Austin Theory comes out here, and he's really trying to insert his dominance for the Vision. Like, there were several times that Bronson Reed wanted to be tagged in. He's like, no, I got this. He's brutalizing CM Punk. He's brutalizing Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio and CM Punk do start to build some momentum. And it looks like Rey Mysterio is about to hit Austin Theory with the 619 off the rope. So Austin Theory ends up tagging in Bronson Reed when Rey Mysterio can't see it. Bronson Reed goes out there, I think hits Rey Mysterio, something. Anyways, Bronson Reed ends up on the ropes, about to get hit with a 619, and Austin Theory comes through, and what happened? Austin Theory ends up taking out Rey Mysterio. I can't remember if there was a tag or not. The 619 doesn't happen. It ends up Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, or ends up Bronson Reed, CM Punk on the outside in the ring, in the bell keepers area. Rey Mysterio's about to hit, I think, Austin Theory with a 619, something like that. It doesn't happen. Austin Theory curb stomps, Rey Mysterio, and that just ends the match. You get CM Punk back in there to stop it late. You have CM Punk beating up Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, and then Braun Breaker comes out, cuts him in half with a spear, and that ends Monday Night Raw. I feel like everything is leading perfectly to January 5th. We have like another Monday. I don't know what they're going to do on this next Monday, to be completely and utterly honest with you. They're still building story. Maybe we're going to have, all the matches have really been made, so I don't know where we're going to go on this next Monday, but I do know January 5th is going to be absolutely insane. I don't know who's going to win between CM Punk and Braun Breaker. I told you I think Austin Theory comes out and costs somehow. Maybe it's a little too soon to reveal he's actually working with Seth Rollins. I don't know. There's a lot that can happen. Let me know your theories down in the comments. Don't forget, like and follow.